Welcome to Second Chance Garage. This is an update of some of the stuff I've been doing today. Alright, there's Thunder Chicken roaring back to life, but I did have to take it all apart because my tail light quit working. The brake light worked, but the tail light didn't. So I had to disassemble the whole back half. It had a little socket in there about this big that had a short in it. No matter what you did, you couldn't fix it, so I had to replace it, which was a gigantic nightmare, a lot of wiring, but I got it done. Okay, so then I decided to mow the yard. I'll show you what happened there. So, there is the exhaust. There's a heat shield that goes over it. And then this exhaust, roll it up here, has a pipe right here that runs down into the top hole right there. And that was going to be a big pain to fix. So I had one of the screw-on mufflers. So instead of screwing it on, I fired up the MIG, slid it on there, welded it on there, and she works like a champ. Yep. So I got that done today. And that actually isn't any louder than what this one was. And this one here, listen to this. The guts in it sits there and does that, so it wasn't really functioning properly anyway. So, and then one of the bolts had fell out, so I went and got me a new one, figured out, and dug up a new one and put it in there. And like I said, it's not any louder than what it was before. Yep, she's just right there. Alright, now we'll go over to Mustang Sally. This has been kind of a hectic. Alright, so let me get some light on the subject here. Okay, I'm trying to wire the stereo in, so I went and bought me a plug and play where everything just plugs in. You just wire the stereo up. Alright, but the problem is the factory end, which should be, that was in the car, had a short in it. And so the plug and play wouldn't work. So I had to, as you can see there, I had to cut off the ends. But what I did was, it's probably easier if I get in the car and show it to you. Here. Yeah. Raw footage. Okay. So this is what I had to do. This is the end it had a plug in on it. So I took my plug and play, which is right here, and then I tracked down each color, then figured out what color it was there, and then I did this on some of them. See, I got these wired together because they're white. This is white with black and white. What I did is I took these zip ties. Great. Now the phone don't want to focus. But anyway, I took the white zip tie and a black zip tie and put on that wire so I know it's black and white stripe. And this green one is a factory one, which is actually white. Then these, I didn't have any gray zip ties. This is my ground. Didn't have any gray zip ties. So I took a piece of factory wiring that's all gray and gray with a black stripe, and marked all them. There you can kind of see it. Then this one is my green with a black stripe, this yellow one. And this blue one is a green. That's why it's just got a green. Okay, this one's a blue. Well, yeah, it's a blue. It's a purple. You can't really tell it, but it's purple with a stripe, and then an all white one. So I wired them together, and actually a solid white one. Well, the way it works is the one with the stripe gets hooked to the solid one and vice versa. Now, I did not want to have to do this, but this end is the factory end that was on the car, which had a short in it in here. So then I had to come up, so I had to trace down these wires. This is the first one, there's 8 one, and then go over here. If the phone would focus, which it won't, which is lovely. Oh, I love it when this thing don't focus. Closing in. But yeah, so I had to track down which spade, male and female, went to which one, and then mark it on the factory one, then snip it off. Keep doing that all the way across. There's 8 wires, and I found a match for all of them. So I think it's going to work. It just sucks I have to do it because this stupid thing here, that stupid in there, it had a big black cover over it, had a short in it, so I had to do what I had to do. So now, the plug and play, these wires, this plugs in the back of the stereo, I will take loose with the wire nuts here, and then I will wire nut them to the appropriate wires there. But in doing this kind of stuff, these colored zip ties are awesome. I need to get some gray ones, and I would have all the colors, and a purple ones, and I'd have all the colors I need. That way, instead of trying to come up with some way to, hang on, the stupid light. Come on, you stupid light. Alright, anyway, instead of trying to mark them with a piece of tape and all that, you just use like this. You just zip tie it, and that one's, that one's green and black. This one's green. This one's white and black. This one's white because it's got a white zip tie on it. These, I didn't have any gray zip ties. Otherwise, I could have put, gray zip ties with a black zip tie on it. So you know exactly which ones, and you don't have to worry about using tape or anything like that. It makes life a lot easier on you, but I didn't happen to have the gray. Ouch. Hang on, I'm trying to shut my stupid light off here. But anyway, great. I got one hand. I'm trying to fight with the stupid light to get it to fit. All right, hang on. I had to go readjust the light. But anyway, that's what I've been doing tonight. I want to keep this light. It gets hot. I want to keep it off the seat and the interior, so I'll just stick it over here for now on this ladder. Hang on. There, got it stuck on the lamp. So anyway, these zip ties I highly recommend if you're doing wiring, but I need gray ones and I need purple ones. I got all the rest of the colors. And so, anyway, just a thought. Just thought I'd bring you up to date of some of the stuff I was doing today. It's been kind of hectic with the exhaust breaking and then working on I rebuilt the factory wiring in that taillight of the scooter. I know I'm all over the place, but I rebuilt that entire socket. Soldered it, did all kinds of crap to it. Spent over an hour working on it. And for some reason, that socket just would not come back to life. So I had to took another one off an old license plate bracket I had. And it was all rusted up. So I cleaned that all up, took it all apart, cleaned it, put it all back together, put it back in the scooter. And it had a black plastic housing. I even slid that out, slid it all in, and looks like factory. You can't tell any difference. And it was a big pain. It was like a 4-hour ordeal. You know, it works 1 minute and then it just stops. I don't know. Took me about 4 hours, but I got it done. So anyway, she's back together, and I was test riding it the other day, earlier today. It seems to do good. So anyway, that's what I did. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, that's fine too. But I tell you what, that thing's been a lifesaver. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a toolbox on wheels my cousin gave me. That thing's been awesome because I can just wheel it up next to the project. Like this will be the next project. I'll have to put a new O-ring in there. I've got the factory O-ring laying there. So anyway, I don't know. Whatever. If you like it, subscribe. Fine and dandy. If you don't, that's cool too. Second Chance Garage out.